Hey, I'm Jessica, and welcome to Reality Check. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode where I check off your list Love Island episodes 2 and 3. Okay, this might be, I'm going to start off right off the bat. This might be a very hot take, but I'm a little bored. Does anyone else feel that way? Because I feel like episode 1, it was good. It was a good episode, standard, right? A lot, I would say, happened. They brought in bombshells. They had the inner kissing circle. They all coupled up. Like, a lot happened. But there's something about these episodes where I'm just like, I feel like things aren't picking up until the last 10 minutes of each episode, right? I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one that's feeling this way. And I'm seeing so much going on around online being like, this is a great season. It's starting off so strong and this and that. And I'm just like, I don't see it. Is it just me? Again, I'm not trying to compare last season to this season. So obviously our expectations are so high. But you would think that especially in the first set of episodes, things would be really picking up. I honestly, like, you would see people trying to make connections with other people trying to steal people away. Obviously, I love this show, and I do think it will pick up. I really do. I mean, we got a really insane cliffhanger on episode 3, which I can't wait to watch episode 4, because that'll be good. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but I think, not that I'm a little bit bored, but needless to say, I love the show, so I'm going to continue talking about it. So anyways, as we know, last episode ended off on a cliff. These shows always end on a cliffhanger. And again, I'm just like, why do they need to end on so big of a cliffhanger when it's a show that is on every single night of the week? Like, you don't need a cliffhanger. We're all going to watch every episode. I'm going to tune in tonight. I'm going to tune in tomorrow. I don't need a cliffhanger to watch the show. So just give me the scene. Give me the scene that we're all waiting for. The fact that I have to wait 24 hours to watch it. And you guys all know what scene that I'm talking about. We'll get there in the end of episode 3. But anyways, as we know, the cliffhanger from episode 1 were they were in the inner circle and the bombshells had come in and they kissed everyone. And then Ariana was like, if you would like to get to know any of these bombshells, raise your hand. And in episode 2, the bombshells then leave. So everyone takes off their blindfold and they don't see the bombshells. And they get to choose. So the bombshells get to choose 2 people. I mean, 1 man, 1 woman each, of who they want to get to know better, who they want to go into the hideaway with. And I thought it was so funny. Actually, I think this is in episode 3, but I'll just say it now. When they were recapping the hideaway, they played the song Hideaway by Kaiza, and I was just like, this is the perfect song. I thought it was so hilarious that you're just a hideaway, you're just a feeling. They were playing that when they were showing the hideaway. I was like, oh my God, this is so funny. This, not that it's like no chill, but I think it's, I love this show. Honestly, I love this show as much as I'm just like, oh, it's bored. I don't know. It's just, these little tidbits of things just really keep me entertained. If the people are going to entertain me, then at least the show and the commentator is going to entertain me. That's for sure. So the bombshells, Charlie and Sierra, choose Shelly and Nick to go into the hideaway with them, which I did not think, I wasn't surprised by this at all. Shelly, like I said in the first episode, is a queen, and I think every man is seeing that. And she's a hot commodity. Let's be real. So she goes into the hideaway with Charlie and Nick goes in with Sierra. And, overall thoughts on these bombshells. I mean, I feel like there's just something about Charlie that he just seems so stoic. I don't know what it is, but I feel like we're not going to get the real Charlie. To me, it feels like he's putting on a front and he's, has like a glass wall in front of him. And I don't know, I feel like we're just not going to get a lot from him. But with Sierra, I am really liking Sierra. I think she seems like a great girl. I love the conversations that she has with the people in the villa. I know this is kind of just like a weird thing, but I feel like the conversations that I've seen her have, like, she's so into them. She asks so many great questions. She has such great banter, and that's just her as a person. And I don't know. I really am taking a liking to her. And funny enough, I wasn't really sure about Nick in last episode, but seeing Nick with Sierra, I'm like, oh, okay, I like Nick and Sierra together. Like, I get it. It makes sense. And I think, look, Nick hasn't really been getting anything from Bella. And so I think him going into the hideaway, he's like, oh my gosh, like, here is finally my opportunity. Not finally, but maybe. Here's my opportunity to explore another connection. Something that maybe I didn't see coming. And the girl hasn't kissed him. The girl hasn't shown any affection, which, like I said, for the first day, it's okay. But that's going to get tired for Nick, right? He came onto the show and he said it. He came to explore connections, to meet new people, to really just dive in. And I think he took that opportunity, obviously. And I think he really got to know Sierra in the hideaway. And I think to me, I like them together. That's just my thoughts. And I actually like Nick. I know this might be a weird thing to say, but I like Nick better with Sierra. Like, I like him. I just think they balance each other. They seem really good together. And would we consider them, like, let's just say, I don't know, because I know I'm going a little bit ahead, but let's just say they couple up and stay with each other for the whole season and they make it to the end. I'm just hypothetically. Would you consider them an OG couple? Because she came in episode 1. Sure, she wasn't the first set of girls in the villa, but she was there literally that same night. She was there on night 1. And yes, he was coupled up with Bella, but I don't know. I feel like you could theoretically, if they made it to the end, again, I'm just jumping ahead, but if Sierra and Nick made it to the end, I feel like to me, they are an OG couple. I feel like you could say that. I think so. Is it just me, or was the hideaway really big? Isn't the hideaway usually just a bedroom? This was like a whole other villa. Did I miss something? Is this hideaway new? Because I know they said in episode 1 they made some changes. They added a sauna, they added a photo booth, but they didn't say anything about expanding the hideaway. So maybe I did miss something. Maybe the hideaway was this big last season, but I just didn't think so. It's massive. It's like a whole other villa. It's pretty sick. So they got to stay with each other overnight in the hideaway. They slept, which I feel like that was new too. Have they ever done that before? Where the bombshells come in at night, they choose who they want to, spend more time with, get to know, and then they get to stay the night with them. Has that ever happened before? I don't know. I feel like there's like some very small differences between this and other seasons, but I mean, I wasn't bothered by it. But yeah, I'm excited to see Sierra and Nick pursue their relationship. I don't see it at all with Shelly and Charlie. Absolutely not. It's not happening. Shelly, don't worry. We're gonna get you with Ace. Don't you worry. Let's talk about Jeremiah, because this guy, I knew in episode 1. Remember, I was saying there's just a glimmer in his eye, and not in a good way. There's just something about him that I cannot pinpoint, but there's something that is just not there. It's just not all there, and I am seeing that glimmer come to life in episode 2. And what that little glimmer that I've been saying that I'm seeing is his overprotectiveness. It's too much. Like, first of all, you've known Huda for a day. Literally a day. He was like, yeah, I'd be disappointed if Huda got up to kiss another guy. He's way too overprotective. He's way too clingy. You just met her. Like, if the girl wants to explore another connection, who are you to say that she can't? You literally don't know the girl. And I feel like he is giving, to me, he wants to be an OG couple. I feel like he, has watched the show in the past And he knows if you couple up from the beginning and if you stay together from beginning to end, then you know, you obviously you stay on the show the whole time, and you know, you're gonna need America, and I mean North America, to take a liking to you so that you don't get voted out when we have the option to change things up. I just feel like he knows the game, and he is just being so possessive over Huda, to the point where he's just like, I want to be the OG couple. I want to, you know, couple up with her. But then I'm just like, I feel like he'd be the first guy to turn in Casa Amor. That little glimmer that I'm talking about is going to come to life in Casa Amor too. And I don't know what it is about him, but he rubs me the wrong way. That's exactly what he is. Jeremiah rubs me the wrong way. And I don't trust it. I don't trust it. And it's just giving, he wants to be an OG. And, you know, he continuously says, we are the strongest couple. We're the one couple that actually likes each other. And it's just giving, you know what it's giving? It's giving that he recognizes, you know, that, okay, maybe they are the one couple that quote unquote likes each other, but it's giving that he is putting it on the audience, that he's putting it on us. He wants us to know they are the one solid couple in the house. Well, you know what, Jeremiah? We are smarter than you think, because we all can see right through it. We can all see right through it. And I mean, look, I think too, things are going to change. Maybe things are going to change when Huda decides to tell him that she has a 4-year-old daughter. But for right now, it's just giving possessive. Doesn't his reaction scare her a little bit? Like him being like, I hope you didn't kiss anyone. I hope you didn't do that. And being so upset at the fact that someone, Ace, kissed Huda. Like, so overprotective. You've known her for a day. You've known her for 24 hours. You're on Love Island. That's literally what's going to happen. And it's just too much. Like, he wanted to match her outfit in the second episode. I'm like, oh my God. You don't need to match your girl's outfit. Just wear what you want to wear. And he's like, and then he goes in and she's like, yeah, I'm wearing tan. And the funny thing is, like, I feel almost all the guys were wearing tan. Almost all of them were wearing like white or tan. If you just stuck to what the other guys were wearing, you would have matched with her anyways. You didn't need to go over there while she was getting ready, ask what she's wearing. Like, okay, you're trying to be cute, but you're not. You're actually, to me, I'd be rubbed the wrong way. Why do you need to match? I don't even care if I'm matching at a wedding. You know, like, it's just like, I don't know. At the 18-minute mark, we all got what we've been waiting for. And if you blinked, you missed it, because I sure did. I missed it. And I knew it happened because I heard it online. And so at about like 25 minutes, I was like, wait, I missed it. I missed them saying that Yulisa left the villa. And it was literally just that. The announcer was like, Yulisa has left the villa. That's it. And I'm sure I blinked and I missed it. Thank God. I'm so happy that production, they took matters into their own hands and they did what needed to be done. She does not deserve any sort of platform. This girl was in and out in a day, and, you know, good riddance, quite honestly. That's enough about that. I don't want to bring her up anymore. The one thing that I'm curious about is, what did they tell the Islanders? What do we think they told the Islanders that she left for? Do we think they were honest and told them what's going on around online? I feel like no, because I feel like when you're in the villa, they want to create a bubble. They want you to forget about the outside world. And so I feel like if they would say, you know, we found X and this on her Instagram, on her Twitter, on these podcasts, these things that she said, like, you're kind of just bringing the outside world into the villa, which I don't think that they want to do. So I don't know. Did they say she just had to leave for an emergency? I don't know. I'm so curious. I'm curious to hear. Like, I guess when they come out of the villa, maybe they'll go, I'm sure they're all going to go on podcasts and talk about what they maybe told her, or maybe they're just not going to give the girl a platform. Actually, yeah, they're probably just not going to give the girl a platform and talk about her, which rightfully so. But I'm very, very, very curious to know what they said to her. Also super interesting. I mean, good riddance too. Ariana liked every single person's cast photo on the Love Island Instagram except for Yulisa and Austin, which I am here for. We know Ariana does not stand for anything. And I mean, I need to closely watch how she treats Austin, how she interacts with him, because Ariana doesn't take no bull, you know? And so I think she's not gonna, I mean, I know she's doing a job, she has a job to do, but to me, it's kind of hard to fake that. So let's all pay close attention to how she treats Austin, because her not liking his cast photo on Instagram, like him and Yulisa's only, is very telling, right? And rightfully so, honestly. There wasn't really that much going on with this episode. Like I said in the beginning, I just feel like the real tea and the real drama is happening in the last 10 minutes of the episode. Like we saw Nick and Sierra really hit it off. And again, I'm really liking them. And now seeing them in episode 2 and 3, I'm kind of like, they seem like the most solid couple right now, you know? And I'm happy. Like I really like Nick with Sierra. Like I think that's a really good pairing. So to me, they are probably the only, I mean, it's so new. It's literally so fresh. And I guess I can't even say they're a solid couple, because I think it was in the third episode where he says to Bella, like, oh, like I still want to explore with you, or oh, I still like you. And Bella's like, boy, bye. So I don't know. I guess I can't say they're solid, but I think they will go the distance. That's what I'm going to say. I think because they're always, I mean, not that there always has to be, but there kind of does. There always has to be that like one couple that makes it to the end. And I feel like it's going to be them. If I had to predict it, it'd be them. I don't think it's going to be Jeremiah and Huda. My prediction, again, I'm jumping, I'm sorry, but my prediction is that I think he's going to be just so turned off by the fact that she wasn't open and honest with him from the jump. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see in episode 4. Okay, so the real tea and the real drama of the episode is basically all the Islanders sit on the couch and they each individually get a text. Well, each couple gets the same text and it goes kind of one by one. And basically it was like, if either person in the couple wants to have a chance with the bombshell, then stand up and head to the bombshell. And the bombshells are standing ahead of them. And my gosh, I was shocked at some of these people that stood up when they had the chance to. So I'm shocked. Let's go through it. So Austin, he didn't even finish reading the text and he was standing up, which is wild to me. This guy has, to me, the best girl in the villa. Not that there's anything wrong with Sierra. There 100% is not. I think she's great. But, like, she's not into you, Austin. Like, she's obviously into Nick. So, I'm just like, this guy, I feel like, thinks he is God. I feel like he thinks he is just, like, this hot shot of a man. You are not. None of us like you. And I can't. He annoys me. Honestly, anything he does, anything he says, I'm annoyed by. He needs to go. And I couldn't believe my eyes when he stood up and left poor Shelly just sitting there alone. I was shocked. And how telling was that? That Shelly didn't stand up. She was in the hideaway with him. She spent the night with him. Obviously, that goes to show she wasn't feeling anything for him, because they had a lot of, not a lot, but they had like a whole evening together. So telling, obviously she's not into Charlie at all. Ace had to join them by default, which, I mean, I'm like, Ace should have just sat beside Shelly and just swung there and just been like, I don't want to leave you hanging, so I'm just going to sit by your side. I don't even want to go stand up there. But I guess, like, he has to play the game and he has to play, like, he was told, you have to go sit up there or stand up there because you're now single. So he goes up there. Taylor stood up. I was shocked. I'm shocked. All these men stood up and left their girl. Like, I was completely shocked. And not one girl, not a single girl got up for Charlie. Oh my god, this poor man. Like, he is not gonna find love on this villa. There's just no way. No one is into him. So he remains single. And I literally wrote down, I'm like, this is messy AF. Like, it's so messy. The fact that all these guys stood up for her. I mean, she's probably like, hell yeah. Obviously, Nick stood up. That's no surprise there. She, in the end, chooses Nick. And there was a little bit of drama that happened at the bonfire. And again, I feel like it was one of those things, like, if you blinked, you missed it. I had to watch it a few times because I was like, why is this even a thing? Why is this even drama? And it was between Huda and ALLLL. And when all the guys started standing up, the only guy that didn't stand up was Jeremiah. And so obviously Huda and Jeremiah are coupled up together. And so Huda made a comment like, y'all, these are some of your men. And ALLLL took offense to that and was like, girl, you don't need to play like that. We'll talk about it later. And I honestly feel like I just didn't understand this drama at all. Am I the only one? I didn't get it. Like I get what Huda was saying. She was like, these are your men. I also understand what ALLLL was saying. She was like, okay, but like, you've known these men for like 0.2 seconds. Like, don't make us feel that way. I already feel bad. Don't make me feel worse than I already do because all of our men stood up and is trying to couple up with someone else. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay. I don't know. I didn't really get the drama, but in the end, they patched it up. I think they patched up in the beginning of the third episode, and they're just like, oh, I love you, whatever. I think it was kind of just like misunderstanding. Huda was like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. And ALLLL was like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. So I think it was just, they must have understood each other. It was just like drama that literally, it wasn't drama. To me, it literally wasn't drama. Everyone online was making such a big deal about it. Oh my gosh, the feud between Huda and ALLLL. Like, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't at all. So anyways, just people trying to make something out of nothing. I can't even imagine though, these guys heading back to the girls that they tried to leave. They are now have to couple up with them. I mean, they're still coupled up with them. They have to sleep in the same bed with them. They have to try to explore connections with them. Like, I just think that is just absolutely so awkward. And I think this is where ALLLL has lost me, honestly, because she is going off on Taylor and is getting so angry and upset that he stood up to try and be with Sierra. And I was like, but ALLLL, you literally kissed Ace yesterday, blindfolded, right? And so I'm like, you're the one that started it. And Taylor knew that you kissed Ace. So I was also like, is this maybe a way for Taylor to be like, I want to get even. She kissed him. I'm going to get even. I'm going to stand up with the bombshell. And I know, and maybe he's like, I know she's not going to pick me because she is already into Nick. And so I think he was just trying to be like even Stevens, just play the field, play the game kind of, right? And I don't know. I'm just like, ALLLL, you have no legs to stand on because you literally got up out of your way. You went out of your way to kiss Ace yesterday. And you did that. Like, obviously everyone was blindfolded, so no one was watching, but everyone heard you. Everyone knew that you did it. You were making such a big deal. But girl, in my opinion, you kissing him is worse than him standing up there, because I actually feel like, to me, he did that to make a point, to prove a point. And I'm not going to lie, I was kind of here for it. Episode 2 ends with Bella, Ace, and Charlie being single and vulnerable. So now we are one step away from Shelly being with her man's Ace, but we just got to get there. We got to get there. I don't know how we're going to get there, but we're going to get there. In the beginning of episode 3, this is where, like I said, ALLLL and Huda patch things up. And the one thing that I didn't say earlier, I feel like ALLLL is a little bit too concerned about her image, because she said something like, I don't want people thinking I'm the mean girl. That literally is insinuating the fact that you don't want all of North America to think that you are the mean girl because of what you said at the bonfire. And again, I'm squashing the drama because to me, it just wasn't anything. It was literally made up drama. But I don't know, that statement from her, to me, was like, okay, obviously these people are very aware that they are filming a show, but I don't know, I just thought that was interesting. I don't want people to be on the show to be, oh my gosh, I have to be so concerned with my image. I need to watch my every single move because I am on a TV show. Like, you are on a TV show, so you need to give us and put down your walls and go all in on these relationships. That's what you need to do, not just already in episode 2 or 3 sparking drama out of nothing and then be like, I don't want people to think I'm a mean girl. Like, again, it literally wasn't anything. I need to move on because it was literally no drama at all. I thought it was so funny when Nick and Sierra were talking and Nick was like, yeah, the guys said to me, I've never seen you smile like that. And just like, they've known you for 0.2 seconds. Like, it's not like you've known each other your whole lives. You've known each other for 0.2 seconds. I thought that was so hilarious that he was just like, yeah, everyone's like, oh my gosh, look how they see how happy I am. You make me so happy. And they've never seen me this happy. I'm just like, they've literally known you for a day. Like, just thought that was absolutely hilarious. The last thing that I want to say about Alondra and Taylor is, did you all catch the minute? So they were arguing, like they were going back and forth, and Alondra was like, I guess we're not the same person. We're two totally different people. If you're going to stand up and be with want to be with someone else. And I'm just like, but you literally kissed Ace. Like, I don't understand you. Oh my gosh, you're really making me mad. But did you guys catch the minute this man said that he is a good gift giver? Her eyes lit up. And she proceeded to say, oh my gosh, we're so similar. Literally 2 seconds earlier, she literally said that they are nothing alike. And now she's like, oh my gosh, we're so similar. And yeah, sure. He's like, I'm a 12 out of 10 gift giver. This girl's eyes lit up. And now it seems like she wants to be with Taylor. I'm just like, I'm looking at the stats online and it's not looking good for Alondra. People are not liking Alondra, and I don't know. I'm not feeling her. So in this episode, they play a classic Love Island game, and it was basically rate each Islander from least to most. It's a telling game, but the problem is I think the majority of these men were lying. They have to. Like, there is no way that Austin has sent thousands of nudes. I would like to know who these women are. I would like to know who these women are that he sent all of these nudes to. His numbers were just astronomical. He slept with, I think it was 104 girls. I'm sorry. First of all, it's disgusting. Like, I'm sorry. It's disgusting. But also, too, who are these girls? Like, I actually genuinely want to know who are these girls. I'm not buying it. I think Austin lied about absolutely everything. I think he did it for the punchline. I think he did it to just have people talk about him. The girls, I think, took it very seriously, and it seemed like their numbers, to me, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. I don't know these girls, but I was like, okay, makes sense. But these guys, thousands of nudes. Nick saying he told 50 girls that he loved them. Like, what? Are these people counting? Like, I'm so confused of how they get into these numbers. But okay, let's go through each one of these games. The person that cheated the most, and this is again where I'm just like, I'm sorry. I really think that these guys are lying. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like judge a book by their cover, but like, I'm sorry. If Charlie, you've been with 108 girls, however many it was, but you've never sent any nudes, I'm not buying it. And that's where it's just like the math isn't mathing. And I just think the guys are making up numbers, which is like, just why? Just play the game. I don't know. At first, when they did who cheated the most, and then the guys' things opened up, and I see Ace is there. And again, I'm not trying to judge a book by its cover by any means, but Ace's number was at 0. And at first I was like, okay, respectable. Maybe, I judge a book by its cover and whatever. But then I continuously am seeing these numbers that the guys are pulling. And I'm like, okay, there's something going on here. These guys are not being truthful. There's just no way. I'm sorry. I just don't, I don't see I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't know. And then he's sent 3 nudes in his life. And then Austin's cheated 6 times. Who are the girls that you cheated on with? Like, I don't buy it. I don't buy any of these numbers that Austin has put out there. I just think he was trying to do the most. They're not hooking these people up to a lie detector test, right? So at the end of the day, they can literally throw any number out there and production is going to eat it up. And we saw that too. Like, Nick, it was for how many times have you cheated? Nick's briefcase thing said 0. But everyone in the villa seemed to know that he cheated once. He was like, wait, that's wrong. It's 1. So, like, how legit is this game anyways? Because your facts aren't right. What I also thought was so funny, though, was that the guys just put Bella on the far left side for everything, which was, like, the least amount of anything. She just didn't move. I thought that was hilarious. I mean, she was in the right spot for every single question. And, yeah, Austin, he needs to go. Honestly, if I already wasn't annoyed by him by this point, I'm very annoyed by him now. I would say the biggest tea and drama, obviously, like, we ended on a cliffhanger with Jeremiah and Huda of her about to tell him that she's a mom and has a daughter. But that's why these games, I guess, are good in a way, because it airs out people's dirty laundry. I mean, if they're truthful or not, I don't know. But one thing that stood out to Huda is that Jeremiah told 10 girls that he loved her. And she is kind of piecing things together now, because she was like, the minute we got in the villa, he's been love bombing me. He's been so attached to me. He's been just loving all over me. And at first, she loved it. Like, in the first episode, she was like, I'm here for it. I love it. I want my mans to be obsessed with me. But now, hearing that he told 10 women that he loved them, she was like, I kind of see that as a red flag. Like, are you just throwing that word around? And so I thought that was really interesting, her saying that she thinks that was a red flag. Like, literally, if you break down the numbers too, Jeremiah is 25 years old. And so if you're starting to tell, let's say he had a high school girlfriend. So let's say at 18 or 16, 17, 18, let's just say you had a high school girlfriend, however old you are in high school, 16, 17, whatever. Let's say you told a girl he loved her. So let's say from 16 to 25, you're telling more than one girl in a year that you love them. Like, see, when you actually break it down, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot. And she confronted him about it, and he was like, oh, you know, when you're younger, you kind of just throw it out there. And he was like, in my 20s, I've only told 1 or 2 people that I love them. And I'm just like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. That little glimmer that I've been saying that he has, that is the possessiveness, the love bombing, all of that I'm seeing. And Huda is finally seeing it. And she's just like, it's moving so fast, and he's trying to lock me down. And he's probably done the same with all girls out, like, that he's been with outside of this villa. So super, super telling. I thought that was very interesting. Even Ace is catching on. He was having a conversation with someone. I can't remember who it is, but he said Jeremiah's already closed off. It's day 3. How is this man so closed off? And he is playing it so safe that he doesn't get looked at crazy. And he's just like, it just doesn't seem real. It's not adding up. Even Alondra too. I think even Alondra said something like Jeremiah is something about him being crazy. I don't know. I think people are catching on to him, and there's no way. He seems like he is putting on this like perfect facade, and slowly but surely we're kind of chipping away at the pieces. We're seeing the possessiveness. We're seeing the love bombing. And let's see how he reacts in this next episode, episode 4, when Huda tells him that she's a mom. Like, I think that's going to just be, oh my gosh, it's going to be absolutely just crazy. And I think, look, I said this when I recapped episode 1. I can't put myself in Huda's shoes because I don't know what that feels like, right? Like, I'm sure, like I said, she has been judged for being a young single mom. And I'm sure she's felt so many things. And that's why she is maybe reserving herself and just holding her cards really closely to her chest while coming on the show. But I'm also just like, you need to come on the show to be so open and honest. That is the whole experience. And so to hide that you are a mom, to me too, it's like, if they're single moms, I'm sure, single moms watching, young single moms watching, what kind of message does that send to them, right? Because to me, it's like she is like, I need to hide the fact that I'm a mom because I just want to make sure that the guy I'm with is into me. But what kind of message is that? You have this platform. You should own the fact that you're this young mom and you're thriving. Being a mom is such a big part of her life. And the fact that she's only told 3 of the girls in the villa too, it's crazy to me. She hasn't told all of the girls. And I don't know. I just don't think that's the right message to be sending to young single moms out there. Like, you have this big platform, own it. You're a single mom. Or if you're successful, she does fitness or something like that. Like, just own it, you know? So anyways, this next episode is going to be crazy because we were left on this crazy cliffhanger where she finally tells Jeremiah that she is a mom, and we see him like hovering his eyes, like keeling over, going back and forth with his body, and his first response was, "You're a mom? And you're 24?" And she's like, "Look at me." And he's like, "I can't." Oh my God. It's going to be so crazy. It's going to be explosive. This is where I'm like, okay, I know I started this episode being like, I'm bored. And I knew things were going to pick back up, and things are going to pick right back up. But I mean, I don't know how he's going to react. I think the decent human being should be like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Obviously, like, I want to hear more and all this. But then it's like, I also can understand if he's turned off because she's been lying to him and hasn't been fully honest with him. She had every single opportunity when, I mean, they've been in the villa for however many days now, 3-4 days. She's been with him every single minute of the day, I'm sure. So she's able to tell him at any time. I'm so curious to see how this all plays out, and we will see it in the next episode. So overall, I think episode 2 and 3 were okay. Like, I think we keep getting the tea and the drama in like the last 10 minutes of the episode, and I want to be fully entertained for the entirety of the episode, not just in the last 10 minutes. So I think things are going to pick back up. I just need like a change up. I think there needs to be a change up. I think some of these people need to go, quite honestly. Austin needs to get out of there. I think Charlie needs to get out of there. He's not adding anything. I think Bella needs to get out of there. Like, there's just a few people that are really not adding anything, and I think it's time for them to go. Their time in the villa is up. So that'll do it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Please rate, subscribe, review, do all of the things. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at yourrealitycheck.pod. And I cannot wait to chat with you in the next episode. Bye!